Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for tuning in to Blue Heron Healing. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you tuning in for this message, and it finds you when you find it. You know, actually began this channel to help the collective consciousness elevate. Also on a soul individual level. I want to see everyone be the best version of themselves. My mission is to help individuals know thyself. This has been a journey I've been on for quite some time. First, I'm a highly sensitive person, empathic, with a ton of spiritual gifts and insight. Put a label on it, I'm pretty sure that you'll find me under it. But this isn't about me. It's about me telling you about the experiences of my soul and how it has grown and elevated through my experiences of persons, places, and things. What I want to actually talk about first is what this channel is not. This is not a channel about religious practices and beliefs. I'm extremely spiritual, and to each his own, but this is what this channel is about. Spirituality, again, the soul's growth and its evolution. It's also not about other people. It's about you. It's about empowering you to be the best version of yourself. And it's not about individuals that want to be stuck in the same rut and not change. In order for us to get a different result, we've got to do something different. Right now we're in a season of getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. Now, I do want to talk about what this channel is. It is about the composition of self. That is the mind, the body, the spirit, the holistic connection between the workings of the mind, body, and soul and spirit, how it holistically connects together. What you are made of. You can't know yourself if you don't know what you're made of. I also want to talk about the external forces. That's controlled and uncontrolled. That's your environment, culture, people, that's other people, family members, jobs, bosses, you name it, energy vampires, manipulators, narcissistic people. So we'll talk about those external forces and actually how they, impact you. Spirituality is another thing I'd like to talk about. What is energy? What is, don't get me wrong, we're not going to be all about the woo-woo, but, you're basically your belief system and how and that impacts you. Another area I'd like to touch on is how, we deal with trauma. Trauma is something that is massive when you're dealing with yourself. And trust me, I know that from personal experience. And how we heal that. Now, this is by no means a replacement for healthcare professionals like doctors and therapists. I'm very much a proponent for that. But I mean to heal the soul. So we don't talk a lot about that. We talk about the body, we talk about the mind, through, physical health and mental health. But what about spiritual health? Okay, and this is why this channel isn't religious. This is not about a social club and dealing with the religious, aspect of it. This is about your own individuality and spirituality and healing it, okay? Now, I believe in self-awareness, which is empowerment. You can't know yourself if you don't know who you are. Okay. And in order to know who you are, you have to be aware of yourself. This is something I had to learn. It sounds so basic, sounds so plain, but it is true. A lot of, especially empaths and highly sensitive people or HSP or psychics or mediums, they're not self-aware. A lot of spiritual people or highly sensitives aren't self-aware. So this is what I really want to, deal with. Tonight, we're going to tackle who we are and what we're made of. As human beings, we're very complex and we're full of layers and depth. I'm sure the divine orchestrated it that way. So I don't necessarily believe in a Big Bang Theory. We can debate that. It really doesn't matter. We're here now. What are we doing with our now? We're comprised of 4 elements. That's the mind, body, soul, and spirit. Let's break that down and what does that mean? The body is your physical matter, what you feel, touch, see every day, what you look in the mirror. Some people call it the flesh suit, whatever you want to call it. If you pinch yourself, that's the body. Okay. So that's a simple enough, even though it's complex still. The mind, however, is comprised of multiple layers, namely the conscious and the subconscious. Okay. Some call it the higher mind and lower mind. I want you to think of yourself like a computer. The subconscious mind is the operating system that runs automatically. The conscious mind is instinctually survival mode for any dangers or emergencies that might happen. Its sole mission is to keep the computer safe. So logic kicks in, and you go into that fight or flight, on any given moment. Even the self-talk, we're going to talk about those types of things as well. Self-talk, it can be can devastate you, actually, the inner voice, but we'll deal with that at a later time. Now let's talk about the soul. It's the immaterial essence. You can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't taste it, but you can feel it, okay? And you know it exists. It's the totality of who you are, okay? It's the real you. It's the totality of the core of you. It bypasses the mind, the body, and instinctively, we call it like the gut. I felt like I needed, something was off, but what is that? You always think it's the mind. It's the soul. Okay, it's where your intuition is. It carries the ancient wisdom of self. It's like the seed. I always say you can tell a tree by its fruit. Okay, it's the seed. It's the core of who you are. Now the spirit. This is very debatable. Okay. And some people believe, some people don't, but this is debatable. So the spirit is the principle of conscious life, the vital principle in humans animating the body. And it also mediates between the soul and the body. Okay. Now the connection, I consider it like the connection to the divine source. It keeps the soul in the body. Okay. So it's like the binding, the tie that binds. Now, how does all this tie in together? This is an interesting concept, so we're going to take it back, okay? Way back. So, we are souls having a human experience. When we were conceived, your spirit connected your soul to your body. You came to earth with knowing who you are through your soul. Once birthed into your body, the reprogramming began through your environment, teaching you to forget who you are. Now your subconscious mind is running, and we're like this program. It feels obsolete. It feels old. It feels antiquated. We're here to wipe it clean. We're here to rediscover you. It's time for a reboot. I want to take the time to thank you guys so much for tuning in. But this is what this channel is about. Some of you guys might have known me before, where you just heard my voice. You didn't see my face, but you heard my voice, and I was giving you energy reports. Those will also be continued. However, it's not going to be the same. I don't need modalities to tell you about the energies and how they may affect you. What I don't want to do is help keep you in a cycle of replication of the same regurgitated, will X, Y, and Z come back into my life? Will I have this ability to, connect? What is he or she thinking of me? The bottom line is, what do you think of you? Why are you sitting around waiting on somebody? And I can't, for the life of me, with a clear conscience, continue in that. And that's the reason why I stopped, doing the readings, because I can't, if it's not helping you grow past that, you're better than that. I've kept saying that over and over again. If it's not helping you grow, I can't be a part of that. So I can have you keep coming back. I could have grew this channel probably astronomically, but I will, through helping you become the best version of yourself. I do want to take the time to thank you for your time. And until we meet again, same time, same place next week, I want to say blessings and healing to you. Thank you.